between two mums. I'm Laura.
I'm Abby.
And we're between two mums.
I'm Flossie's mum.
And I'm Adelie's mum.
And our girls are 10 months old.
10 months old.
Approaching the year mark, which is terrifying.
I know. Adelie was 22nd of September.
Flossie 6th.
6th of September. So there's just over 2 weeks, isn't there? Just over 2 weeks.
But Adelie's due date was...
She was the 9th of September.
15th of September.
Yeah. So Adelie was born closer to Flossie's and Flossie was born closer to Adelie's due date.
We met on Peanut... Well, we started speaking when we were pregnant.
Yeah, we started speaking, when we were pregnant.
And then...
About 20 weeks, I think. Like, from quite early on in pregnancy.
I think we both knew we were having girls.
Yeah, we did.
But we both found out early as well, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Both had a private scan.
Yeah, which I'm so glad I did. And I think I'll probably do with the next one as well.
You know when people say, like, oh, I want it to be a surprise? Sorry, it's still a surprise. It's still a surprise.
It's an early surprise.
Yeah, it's just early.
So true. I never thought of that.
It's a long time to go as well, not knowing.
I'm just not that kind of person.
No,
I have to know everything.
Yeah.
I
needed to know for like the nursing, her wardrobe,
absolutely,
her name. Like I really felt that. I really felt that I couldn't like bond with her.
I felt so much more connected.
Yeah, I did. Like once I knew it was her, and I was like, yeah it's a girl. I can. Yeah, I know who she is.
With my last, I wouldn't mind not finding out.
Yeah, I always think that. Like maybe with one of them, we won't. Like it'll be a surprise on the when they come out, but. I mean, we had a C-section, so even like when she came out, like I had been out of it and been like, oh, lovely.
Oh yeah.
Like I wouldn't have really, and also because she was like, her like arms were all like tangled. They took her straight to get. So then I'm like, well, when would they have told me?
Before holding her?
5 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, I looked at the pictures that like Matt took of her, like when they literally like lifted her up and put her neck like literally at the bottom of my legs, and then Matt took photos there, and then the photo of me with her, which Matt took, was like 5 minutes between. But they had to take her straight over before he could see her to like get her checked over.
Oh, so he didn't see it either?
No, didn't hold her in and then literally like he'd bundled her up, went to bring her over to me, and she pooed all over herself again. So we had to bring to take her back, change her all again, and then bring her back.
If that wasn't like a vision of what your future with Adelie is going to be like,
always changing her poo.
Yeah, we were 45 minutes. I could have held her, but I was shaking.
Yeah.
They were like, it's adrenaline. They were like, you're not allowed to hold your baby. They were like, they were like, you're shaking too much. Like, you drop on that. That's a good point.
Yeah. I mean,
so Ryan was. Have I showed you the picture?
No.
Ryan was holding her, and he was like, look at her, she's so beautiful. But the towel is up here. I was like, Ryan, I can't see my child. Like, show me her. And she was like, she's so beautiful. I'm like, right, if you don't let me see my own child after 56 hours of labour, while you're them and like, yes,
bring
she's
her
so
over
beautiful.
to me.
Honestly, I'll show you the picture after. I could see her eyes.
Bless her.
And she was wearing a hat.
Yeah,
so I was like, oh yeah, really nice eyes. Nice blue eyes.
Beautiful.
And like, they're hardly open anyway. She was like that.
Yeah, and they all come out blue. Like, it's not, they're going to change.
I don't know what they are now.
So we messaged on Peanut.
Yeah. And we probably talked on Peanut for about a week, I reckon, before we moved over to WhatsApp, and then
we did.
Rest is history.
No, I think we were longer. Like, I think we only WhatsApped when, like, the week before we were going to meet.
Oh.
I know. So we were talking on Peanut from like 20 weeks pregnant to a month old. The girls have been a month old.
When did you download Peanut?
When I was about 10 weeks pregnant. When did you download Peanut?
I was about 4 weeks, but I think
you?
because I didn't know anyone up here.
Yeah, it felt safe.
Whereas if I was back home, I would have waited.
Yeah. So I waited. So I had a private scan at like 8 weeks, and I waited from 8 weeks, like till 10 weeks. I was like, well, if like, and I did have a little bump at 10 weeks. So I was like, if people see me, then...
Had you told family?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Family. So I was like, if people on Peanut know and like see me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was like, 10 weeks will be fine. And actually, I saw a girl on there that was pregnant. She was, I think, like a couple of weeks behind me, but she hadn't announced it or anything. And I was like, I know someone's pregnant. Like, without announcing it.
Do you speak to her now?
A few times, yeah, I've spoken to her a few times.
What, did she have a boy?
No, girl, I think she had.
Yeah, I mainly downloaded it. Well, I downloaded it to obviously match, but once I downloaded it and realised all the groups.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I joined the September 2022 one, but obviously because I was like 4 weeks, that wasn't there then. But I joined like the Lincoln one, first time mum one.
Yeah.
And I mean, so often I'd be writing questions in.
Yeah.
Like incognito. Yeah, if it was anything like
private.
If it was something like morning sickness.
Yeah.
Fine. But
and I like commented on those as well. Like that's happened to me because I was September 22. I was in that group as well. But I was obviously like the 9th of September. So so people that were writing that were due the 28th of September, like I'd already had those 3 weeks before where I could be like, oh yeah, that's normal or whatever. But I was also in August 2022 because I was like in the cusp because at full term I was full term in August. So she could have come in August. So I was in both of them. But yeah, they were all, and I still like using them.
Oh yeah.
Like I still use the groups. So I didn't go on to meet friends. I went on for the baby name envy group. Which I'm in that as well. I love that. They definitely helped with naming Adelie.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I wrote like 4 different like versions of her name and middle name.
Oh, and did like a poll.
Yeah, and then like got people and like people were like, oh my god, I love that name. Like, and I was like, oh, I like feel really confident about it because I was like, obviously it's not a normal name.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want people to be like, oh, what's that? And like when she was born, we got loads of people saying, oh, is it Adelie? Is it Adele? Like, but then it's just like Amelie.
Yeah.
So and like loads of people on that group were like, oh my god, I love it. And I was like, oh, actually, like when she's confident enough to say it, like, and she's old enough to say it herself.
Yeah.
Like I think she'll really. I think she'll really own it.
I loved voting on them. Like it always comes up in September 20, and I'll be like, oh yeah, here's my vote.
Yeah. My vote. You have my opinion. So I think she'll be doing.
But I never did it. I think because I'd always been Felicity, girls' name, and my boy's name was always Hugo. So I was like,
no.
A, I don't want anything to change my mind.
Yeah, that's so
B,
true.
I was always scared to post it in case someone stole it. I was very protective. And I remember like people would ask for baby names and they'd be like, oh, here's my favourite list of girls, and I would look to see if Felicity's in there. But okay, I was so like.
See, I was the opposite. I'd like look to be like, is anyone else got the same name? Like I found her name on an Instagram, like you know, like an Instagram page, like a names page on Instagram. Found her name as like one of the things, and I was like, oh my god, I literally have an Adelie. Like this is amazing.
Yeah,
like I've seen it like twice, I think, on Instagram. That's it.
But did I tell you it's something like the nursery is called Adelie? I could not believe it. It's one of the preschoolers, but the mum came out and was like, come on, Adelie, and I was like, me and Ryan looked at each other because we don't know any other Adelie.
Yeah.
I should have asked what the middle name is.
Yeah, should have. Is it Cove? Is it my child?
Adelie.
Future. Yeah. Or what name? Oh, yeah, I want to know the middle name.
Oh, sorry.
What goes with it? Like what?
That's so much stuff.
Yeah.
But what what
do they choose? Because you could go like really pretty, couldn't you? But then you could go like.
I feel like Cove is like a bit cooler. It's like it's blunt. Adelie Cove. Like
yeah.
Sis. Middle names. That's something I wanted advice on. Actually, do you know what? I might have done a poll, but I didn't put Felicity. I said as middle name.
Really? Like as middle name? Which
I think I put Violet, Rain. I can't remember what other ones, but Margot was very rogue.
Was it like last minute? I love it. I love Margot.
It was on TikTok, and it you know the like baby names oh baby names I love, and Margot came up, and I said to Ryan, what about Felicity Margot? And obviously Margot Robbie. So he was like, I actually really like it.
That's the best name we've come up with.
Yeah, and he really liked Margot, so I was like, well, I chose Felicity, so I'll give you.
Yeah.
I'll give
Felicity
you
Margot goes so nice.
I'm glad I did it now.
It, yeah.
But I was saying, I don't know what I would name the next name. Like, I'm
stuck the girl's name, which is why the group's really good. So I'm literally still on the group, like constantly, like voting, like oh my god, you should, like going all the way down. And then any names that I like, I put on my notes because I'm like, oh, I might need that.
What are your top 3?
I don't know. It changes honestly daily.
Mine does.
Like I loved Aubrey. I mean, I can't really have an Adeline and Aubrey. It'd probably be a bit weird, but I loved it and Matt didn't. I was like, no, I don't like Aubrey.
Yeah, reminds me of Team
Yeah, it does actually.
But then I did like those two. I like the mum, and I can't remember what the mum's name, but I did like that family.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it does. I think at the moment I love Sydney for a girl.
Oh yeah, I love Sydney.
Love Sydney, but then not sure I like Sid, and it would be Sid.
Yeah, but then she might really suit it. That might be really cool.
Yeah, Flossie and Sid. But then I love Violet for Letty, Flossie and Letty.
Oh, that's cute.
So I don't know. Almost has to be a boy just to make my life easier.
Yeah, just because you've got that name sorted.
But then now, because it was always Hugo,
Yeah.
and I love Miles.
Miles, really?
Yeah. But
I
I
can't
think
imagine you with a Miles.
the only thing
That
I
makes
don't like
fitting you with a
Miles.
boy, 'cause I can't imagine you with a Miles.
The only reason I don't like Miles is I love to nickname a name,
Yeah.
which is how Felicity came about. You can't nickname Miles.
Yeah.
Les.
Maybe Les. Flossie and Les.
Voice note my friend the other night and I started crying.
Did you? Like talking about this?
I think because like we've got August now.
Yeah. When it gets to August, it's like she's 1 next month.
Yeah. I saw your due date and obviously we were the 15th, you were the 9th. And I was like, oh my god, 6 days between.
Yeah, they're gonna be born on the same
Yeah.
day.
we definitely said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if
Can
we
you
had the same
imagine if we're in hospital
birthday?
together?
I always like find it weird how Flossie's now older when she should be younger.
Yeah, I do as well.
Like when you
I do
put
as
your
well.
posts up of like, so this month
Yeah.
you did 10 months, I'm like,
She's nearly
hang
11.
on. I'm
yeah.
like, she's
closer to 11
yeah.
months than she is 10 months.
I feel like Adelie should always be older.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
you know as well,
know.
you were pregnant before and after.
Yeah.
Like I had my whole pregnancy.
Don't
between
I
yours.
know it?
Just saying, sis.
You were pregnant for 9 months, I was pregnant for 10. You girls are carnage, huh? So I was on Peanut because I didn't want anyone to really know, so I didn't really want to meet any friends as such. I just wanted the advice.
Yeah.
And I'd heard on so many podcasts like you should like join Peanut when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna join Peanut. And then when I was on there, I was like, oh my god, you can meet friends on here, fun. Because I thought it was gonna be like a bit cringy, like it sounds awful, but I thought it was gonna be like more awkward.
Yeah.
But it was like easy and then just matched. And I think, did you message me? I must have matched you, and then it says that this person's matched you, so you apply, don't you?
My friend was pregnant a year before me. A year before me. And I'd heard about the Peanut app.
Yeah.
And she just moved up here, RF. Wife. So I said, download this app. I heard it's for pregnant or mums.
Yeah.
Download it and, try and make some friends. And then so a year later when I felt pregnant, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, join it. But I
Did she
was
find
4
you
weeks.
as well?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
she's got quite a few friends on there actually. Because obviously she's a year older. They can't like.
Yeah, it's different
She was
stages
going
of
to
playing.
play group when she
Yeah.
was far too young.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she's found quite a few friends. And they meet up quite regularly.
Oh, that's good.
And yeah, so I went on it when I was 4 weeks because I didn't know anyone. So I was like, no,
don't know.
no one's gonna know.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
gonna be on it when you started.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're.
I'd have been.
And then I found the groups. I didn't really know about the groups. I just knew about them making friends.
Yeah.
So I found the groups. Like the Lincoln one. Yeah, so I downloaded it for the groups, and then I downloaded it to make friends, and I found the groups. And I think the Lincoln one was the first one because I was like, well, I want to make friends in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And then I found the
Location.
September 2022 one.
What's Adelie doing?
Yeah, we matched, and then we started really talking when the girls were born.
Yeah. She was like fresh and
Yeah, about 2 weeks old. Because I think I was going through my messages.
No, I don't happen. You put a message on the group like about Flossie being here.
Oh.
And then I messaged you like, oh my god, she's here. Like, that's amazing. She's just been born. Like, she was 2 weeks late. Like, because I thought she must have been early. Because I think you'd taken your due date out of your bio or like something. And I was like, oh my god, like, I'm sure she was due after me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I wonder if you were early.
Yes, well, I went on maternity leave end of August, and I was like, yeah, and then I have 2 weeks to myself. I got 6 days. I didn't even get that. I got 4 days because I was in labour for 2. So I got 4 days myself. We didn't have the cot up. We had nothing. My bag wasn't ready. Hers bag was, thankfully. Well, actually, it wasn't because we didn't have a blanket. I've still got the hospital on because I just wasn't ready.
As we were going into hospital, this woman gave us like a bin bag and she was like, I don't like lifts, can you take this to the maternity unit? And I was like, okay. Like we were going in and I gave the woman this bag when we went in to like sign ourselves in because I was induced, and she was like, oh my god, this is so nice that like someone's knitted some blankets. So she was like, oh, like she pulled out a green one I think and a pink one. And she was like, what are you having, do you know? And I was like, oh girl. And she was like, oh, you can have the pink one. So we've still got her blanket. Yeah, it's really cute.
Yeah, I could have used that.
Yeah.
Could have done with that.
If you were 2 weeks later, 2.5 weeks later.
Yeah, they said you're not leaving hospital till you give birth because she wasn't moving.
Oh, really?
So I was like, right, Ryan, you need to go home, you need to do the cot. You need to pack my bag.
There's a list of this.
Yeah, you need to go to Tesco.
Yeah, get some snacks.
And get me some food.
Yeah.
And then come on back.
And then
2 days later.
Quick about it because I don't want to be on my own.
Well, yeah, I was like, we'll be quick because, oh my god, I might go into
toilet. And she might come out.
2 days later.
Did you stay with you? Were you on the labour ward or were you on?
Yeah, I was on the ward where you go down after. Yeah. But thankfully I had my own room.
Oh,
which was nice.
Jealous.
Yeah, I was not when I came back.
In labour, I was 5.
No, whoa.
I was 5 centimetres on a ward with 4 other women. I was literally like sat there like using my hand as a hot water bottle like.
Yeah, that's wrong.
And I was like, if I call the midwife and they tell me I'm a centimetre, I'm going to be in trouble. Like, it's so painful.
Well, I had my
couldn't come out
epidural
anyway.
from 2 centimetres.
Did you?
Because they gave me the drip, they said it's a lot more intense, so you can have it whenever. So at 2 centimetres, I was like, go on then, right?
Get it in.
Yeah. I was like, sweet, let's have it. And with the gas in there as well, the aromatherapy, the Charles
your own
like,
room. Gorgeous.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
What a
Such a high in life. I was like, oh my god. I said to the midwife, I was like, do you ever have a pump of the gas in there? She was like, I don't think it would be very ethical if I did. I was like, I'm telling you now, if I was a midwife, I would be pumping that because it's like plugged into the. I was like,
constant. Yeah.
I just nip into a room.
Yeah. I don't think they did it properly. They didn't really do much.
No, I was living my best life.
It was just helping me breathe.
I made Ryan have some.
Did you?
Yeah, I was like, go on.
Go on. I'm scared to this.
You're chaos. I love it. Why is Adelie just sat there and you're being chaotic?
Yeah, normally it's Adelie that's
Yeah.
Hi! Can you see?
You telling me that you were going to be chill down there the whole time?